The Royal Westminster Regiment. All lined up here in soldierly style. I could have been wrong by a mile, but I've come to the conclusion that there was a reasonable case to be made that the party started at 10 because of certain piece of signage and what someone else thought. So I just went with that. Anyway, okay, I have to figure out what street this is. I sound like I'm whining, don't I? It's 6th Street. Perhaps I am whining. I'm a whiny little bitch. Here, shoot the cannon at it. The Royal Westminster Regiment. The Royal Westminster Regiment. I'm easing my way back into the art of teaching. And so I need to improve my elocution. I used to be an elocution teacher. I am no longer. I couldn't take it. I don't have the patience. That's not something I'm not great at. But I can get things done. If it has to be regimented, like if someone really wants to improve, they have to, and they want me to be the teacher. They have to spend a certain amount of time doing what I ask them to do. Otherwise, what are we doing? If what you've got is a method that works, and I've got a method that works brilliantly, so why not use it? Most people don't know what the hell they're doing most of the time, or it's boring, or statistical, or like language. Maybe I should do another one. No expectations of a language exchange. That's what I'll call this one. Although I don't have anyone to exchange languages with at this moment. But like Spanish, like it's almost, not quite, but it's almost to the point where you go, yeah, I hear that enough. I'd like to know what it means. You know, just learn a bit, for Christ's sakes. Because people say the same shit all the time. Thank you, hello, goodbye. What's your name? 1795, please. That kind of stuff, right? Hasta luego. Te quiero. Te quiero. That means I want you. I bought this shirt because I liked Spanish on it, but I didn't know what it meant. I think I wore it for like a year. I didn't know what it meant. But it means I want you. I should take a picture of this shirt. Actually. So I don't know how this looks. How's that? There we go. I think I'm rather fit. Skinny legs, though. Like, almost, really badly skinny legs. They are badly. Very few people have legs as skinny as I do. Not even kids. Not even old ladies. I'm kidding. The muscle on my legs is placed higher than most people, I think. There's just no way. If I didn't have decent leg muscles, I wouldn't be doing this. I didn't walk all the way up and down. 6th Street is deepity steep. This is unreal. Actually, this part of the world just has these crazy. In White Rock, there's a street that's 22 degrees. I'm not kidding. That's what it says. That's what it says. That's what the signage, the official signage says. It's 22 degrees, and it's just ridiculous. Like, and there's just a sign there that says that, right? I could imagine some lunkhead just driving off of that, thinking that he's headed into something reasonably safe, and find himself on the steep downhill ride that he wasn't expecting. If you cross if you dip down into that at any speed at all, you're in for a ride, man. Fuck, that's unreal. Yeah, this part of the world just has these crazy steep hills with streets on them. Fuck. I think that this 6th Street is the steepest street. I just read a piece of Chinese wisdom today, and it said, walking up the mountain is easy. It's walking down that's hard. And that is sure suits me, man. I mean, so that's kind of how I do know that I'm in okay shape. Because I walked up here without a complaint. I mean, it's fuck all. That's fuck all. I can do that. I must be in pretty good shape. I went to I got an appointment with a really serious heart specialist, though. Really well qualified. And I think he said that I've got a 10% chance of a heart attack in the next 10 years. So that's not bad. But there's weird things about it. Like my blood rate, pump rate is low. It's like 56, 57, 58, up to sometimes like 64, but that's about as high as I go. For me, 64 is like rare. It's rare for that it goes over 60. It's usually 50 something. Like honestly, I measure it every day, right? So they say that there's something wrong with you, or you're in good shape, and I can't believe that I'm really in good shape. I mean, except when I think about how much shit I do, how much exercise I do. I've been swimming like nuts recently. Oh my god, I found the best pool I've ever had in my life, just by far. Fuck. There's like a full-size 25-meter pool, and it's all over your head. The deepest part's like a little over 10 feet, I think. That's a lot of water, and it's a big space too. Like there's a really big chunk of the pool. It's over 10 feet deep. You can swim around there all you want, which of course is a lot more difficult than you think. Swimming down 10 feet is can be a bit of a jolt to the system, especially if you forget that you haven't breathed recently and perhaps shouldn't be down there, and are actually scared you won't fucking make it to the top. That doesn't need to happen too often. Well, it happened, and probably wasn't that bad. You never forget how to swim, I don't think. But it spooked me a bit, right? And so what happens is after that, then you are reluctant to do it again. Right? You really take a big gulp before you go down every time. Don't skip a beat, man. That's what you have to do. If you're out of the water, you want to be breathing in. And if you're swimming down, you want to be holding it in as you go, because otherwise you could take yourself down too far, farther than you can get back up. Don't be a cowboy. I wasn't much of a cowboy. Right? I'd say I was scared, so you probably shouldn't scare yourself, right? Or should you? I just spent a little while explaining why you should. So. I think we're getting down into Party Central here now. I'm going to cross the street. I don't want to be talking to Party Central. Crosswalk's there, but I think I can get across here. Look at this street. And everything's a hill. If you go up that way, it's a hill. So it's not as pronounced, but this way's downhill and this way's uphill. So it doesn't matter which way you go, you're either going uphill or downhill all the time. This part of New Westminster really is steep. It's probably comparable to some parts of San Francisco, I guess. Another city that has it's kind of like a sister city to San Francisco is Vladivostok. And that wasn't that far from us, so it wouldn't have been that outrageous. We could have done that. We could have done that. Just a question of money. It's solely a question of money. I mean, if you got enough money, you can do anything you want. That would have been quite an adventure, though. I mean, fuck. Can you imagine getting on a plane from Taipei and landing in Vladivostok? Oof. It scares me just thinking about it. But no, that just sounds dangerous to me. Maybe I wouldn't even go. Maybe that's why we didn't go to chicken shit. But these days, I don't think it's the time to be a cowboy. I mean, the medical system's all clogged up and all that shit. You know, we all gotta go on a diet, quit doing stuff that endangers our health. I took my e-scooter back today.